Okay. A Minnesota man, a new report claims, turn that down, I need to talk, thank you. A Minnesota man was spotted walking around naked while operating a chainsaw. I would still rather live next to him than a pickleball court. That's just my 2 cents. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Kenny Webster's Pursuit of Happiness. We are live in studio right now. We are on the radio. We are on the internet. We are live streaming. It is a full house. I have the very brilliant and awesome and sometimes hated stand-up comedian Jesse Peyton live in the studio right now.
Hey, sometimes hated. I'm not doing my job well if I'm not always hated, because there's always liberals, Kenny, and I want them to loathe me. That's my job.
We've done many comedy shows together. You've done thousands of comedy shows.
Thousands.
And of all the times we've ever performed together with Chad Prather, Tim Mathis, so many great comics, when someone walks out of the show, it's always because of you, Jesse.
Yeah, because my jokes are rated E for everyone, Kenny. Like if you have anything that I can see wrong with you, I'm going to talk about it.
All right. Also in the studio right now, my good friend and slightly less controversial alcohol liqueur entrepreneur Derek Bingham is in the house from Higgins Boat Rum. Derek, what is good in the hood, my dude?
Not a lot.
Put that mic in front of your face. Get that right in front. Take that big. No, that's a camera. That's. Thank you. Yeah, put that. Move it
Alcohol
over so we can see it.
connoisseur.
Kind of hold. There you go.
There we go.
Like it's coming in from the side. Kind of do one of these with the camera, Derek. Do that right there, Derek. What the heck is Higgins Boat Rum? Hold up a bottle of that for the camera there. I want people watching to see what we're looking at.
Higgins Boat Rum. We're a Texas rum that we are some of the cleanest stuff out there. We are taking molasses from Gulf Coast sugarcane, and we're making a pure copper pot still silver rum that's got a great flavor to it, great in your daiquiris and cocktails. And then we age it in American charred white oak barrels. We don't cut it with anything younger. We don't put any molasses back into it, and we make what we call a bourbon drinker's rum.
Nothing younger. That means Jesse won't be interested in it.
Oh, no diddy. No diddy.
All right, there's a reason we're doing this today, guys. I'll bet Derek knows what this music is.
Marine Corps ballad, right?
That's exactly right, and I'm sure Jesse knew that too.
I did. It sounds like the background to a lot of the. Never mind. I can't talk.
To a
about
lot of the
that
video
one.
games you play.
Video something. Yes.
What, Jesse? Do you watch marine-themed adult films?
I do. It's my favorite. Yeah. It's a Hawk Tua meets Full Metal Jacket.
Actually, I'd be curious. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not
Who's
saying
not clicking that. Yes.
I'm not saying it's my thing, but
Yeah.
I'm curious what the heck would happen. All right, so big news coming up. You guys know it's this weekend, right? The daylight savings thing's over. The Halloween's done. Now it's time for Veterans Day and the 250th anniversary of the Marine Corps. I never served. I'm a degenerate. And Jesse, you were involved in a government institution at a young age, weren't you?
Yeah, I was a cotton picker in Hondo, Texas.
Is that right? What exactly did that entail?
I was incarcerated, Kenny, working for the Texas Department of Criminal Justice while a cowboy on a horse with a pistol stood over me while I picked cotton with my bare white hands.
You are not allowed to serve in the military because of your criminal history, and you are also not allowed to own a firearm, but you can vote, and you didn't know that till recently.
I didn't know that until recently, so I will definitely be. I've always said that too, because I love starting shows with "I didn't vote for Donald Trump," and the whole crowd gasps. And then I'm like, "I didn't vote for anybody. I'm a felon." And then they're like, "Oh, thank God, you're a criminal, not a liberal."
Now, Derek, you are very pro-military. That's the reason why you started this brand of alcohol. And but why did you start it? Why don't you tell us the story? I don't need to speak for you. You're a fully grown man.
Well, we were I was looking for my next thing. COVID kind of killed what I was up to, and I'm like, what am I going to do next? And
what were you doing, and how did COVID kill it?
So I was doing power sports audio. So I had developed my own speaker enclosure that mounted to like the roll cages at UTVs and Jeeps and stuff like that. And we were like back in 2012, and we were going coast to coast, the big off-road events, especially the rock crawling stuff, showing it off, and kept getting bigger and taking our time and got a good following, had a good reputation. We had our own line of speakers come out. We were about to really, really expand, like going in, like right after, into 2020, and everything hit. All the manufacturing shut down. Our speaker housings are made in Houston, Texas, injection molded, but then could not make electronics here. And so we were about to have several products come out. Everything shut down. Everything was nuts. The loan we were about to take out, the interest rates skyrocketed right after that. And then, it's one of those things that not knowing how the government's response to COVID was going to make our economy look in the future. Of if you make speakers for somebody's off-road toy, that's the first thing they're going to cut out of their budget when times get tough.
I like speakers, but I don't like COVID and I hate inflation, so I understand that. But why Higgins Boat rum? What the heck? Higgins Boat, pretend I'm a moron. Not that hard to pretend. What exactly is it?
So, well, the Higgins boat is the Higgins Industries LCVP landing craft. That was the boat that Eisenhower said won World War II. And so when we were looking for what our next thing was, my wife's cousin, Ricky Ford, had founded a company called Persado, and his brand is General Benz, and everybody who knew Ricky loved him. And so we're like, man, it'd be fun to work with Ricky. We reached out to him. Can you help us create a great Texas rum using your ultrasonic purification technology? He's like, of course we can. And so we started this venture with him, and we're like, what's my brand? And I wanted to do something that was patriotic, pro-American exceptionalism, and just we'd recently celebrated the 80th anniversary of D-Day, and the image that's on our label just popped into my head.
And you guys raise a lot of money for the troops as well. We're going to sign some bottles coming up here, me and Jesse, that we're giving away. I don't know. I feel like my signature makes it worth less money, but that's besides the point. It is for charity. It's for a very good cause. Wheelchairs for Warriors, near and dear to my heart. Crystal had her birthday yesterday. We love Crystal very much, so we appreciate everybody that made donations for her birthday.
Happy birthday, Crystal.
All right, let's talk about the military for just a minute. Let me put something up on the screen here for everybody to take a gander at. Is that why can't I see? Oh man, I should have set this up. I see nothing on the screen. Let me fix it. Hold on a second. Settings. Well, this isn't working very well. I can't see it on the screen here, and I think it's my fault, everybody. Let me see if I can fix it. Doing this live on the air presents challenges. There we go. Okay, I fixed it. All right, so this gentleman right here, they wanted to take a look at what's happening here. The AP wanted to make Trump and Hegseth look bad. So they ran this headline: Trump administration announces 17th deadly strike on alleged drug boat. And then this picture of Pete Hegseth, a.k.a. James Bond. Doesn't this immediately, they don't get it. This doesn't make him look bad. They're trying to make him look like an arrogant prick. For those of you on the radio listening who don't get what we're looking at, it's Pete Hegseth in a tuxedo with his military accolades across his chest, looking like a Hollywood movie star. Jesse, does this make you hate the Trump administration? Or
No, it looks like this dude's giving a speech for Ocean's 21. He looks like I don't know what he's selling, but I'm buying. He looks like he's looking out a harem of just young women who want to bang him, and he's like, "Which one will I pick today?"
Does anybody here feel bad that I'm fervently anti-drug war. I don't like the idea of, taking junkies and putting them in prison where they just do more drugs. I don't think that works well. But shipping fentanyl in from rogue nations that we're in international geopolitical disputes with, shooting the narco terrorists I don't have an issue with that at all. Derek, you're pro-military. This is probably right up. You probably love watching terrorists get blown up, right?
Well, Tom Clancy kind of brainwashed my entire generation to be for this.
I think we're in the same generation as you, so maybe you just explain.
I agree with you, dude. I can't hate anybody that's more handsome than George Clooney. I can't hate that guy. I love him. I'm not gay, but I'll hear him out.
The Trump administration's done a really good job of pointing out how, while we're trying to solve all the other military problems in the world, there are people attacking our country right now. As a matter of fact, just yesterday, this news story surfaced out of Houston, Texas. Maybe you guys have been there before. An ICE agent was reportedly brutally attacked by a guy named Walter Leon Perez Rodriguez, a pedophile, criminal illegal from El Salvador. As he was getting arrested, the ICE agent had to get 13 stitches on his face, as he now kind of doing his best Joaquin Phoenix impression here.
Oh my God, that's really good. That's really good. That's comedy genius right there, Kenny. That's tremendous.
Thank you, Jesse Peyton. For those of you on the radio not understanding what we're looking at, he got his lip slashed, and it looks really bad. 13 stitches. I have no sympathy for the people that do this to ICE agents. This guy's trying to protect our community from pedophiles. Why would we feel bad about them?
Yeah, that's awful, man. That's disgusting.
Jesse Peyton, Derek Higgins, how much rum would you need to use to disinfect this guy's face? Derek Bingham. I called you Derek Higgins, didn't I?
It happens.
Derek Higgins is actually kind of a cool name because that's your brand.
Yeah.
But
my dog's name is Higgins.
That's it. Which came first, the rum or the dog?
So the rum came first, and then I was gonna name our dog, who was actually born on November 10th, Marine Corps birthday. We were gonna name him John Moses Brown Dog, the inventor of the 1911, the Ma Deuce like machine gun, everything like that. And then I got outvoted by everyone else, and so he is Higgins.
Higgins it is, huh?
John Moses Brown Dog? That's amazing. I love when your surname is just a noun and an adjective of who you are and what you are. And if that's the case, if there's a Christina Ashley White, never mind. I'll stop.
Oh, no.
No, I'm going to stop. I forgot. This is conservative talk radio. I need to tone it down.
Quick break. We'll be right back.
Late last night, after a few beers, we discovered the art of deceiving politicians. Just tell them the truth, and they'll never believe you. Kenny Webster's Pursuit of Happiness.
You are watching us live streaming right now on social media. I don't need to explain that to you. You're not an idiot. You get what this is. But as you're doing that, we're on the radio, and this is a short commercial break. So while commercials are airing for the radio listeners, I'd really like my buddy Derek to tell you about some of the awesome stuff that he's up to.
What's up, guys? So at Higgins Boat Rum, we want you to know that it makes an amazing Christmas gift. You can order it to 48 states. For some reason, South Dakota and Utah are not on board.
Order it from where?
You can order it from higginsboatrum.com. It's like $19 and some change for shipping one bottle, but that covers you up to 12. And so if you and some buddies want to get together and get a big old basket of rum, you go ahead and do that. And then also this Saturday morning, we're going to be out tailgating before the Rice University homecoming game. If anybody wants to come out, have a free cocktail, chat with us. And then we also have coming up this weekend, VetX. The website is vetxusa.com. It's where vets can come out and just build in their community. There's some career and innovation opportunities, some wellness and family stuff. They're going to have classic video games to play. There's going to be a comedy show on Sunday. So if you're a vet, you want to see some career opportunities, meet up with some cool people. And then on Veterans Day, on the 11th, I'm going to be at the Veterans and Visionaries event out at the Omni. So if you want to go to look up the Veterans and Visionaries, it's a place where vets can come and have some networking opportunities, and the public can come out and see try out some products, test them that are made by vets.
I love it, my man. All right, we're going back on the air. Get ready, everybody. Look alive. No potty mouth, Jesse. Really, really, really sad news. People are really mad about this, and you can see why. Nancy Pelosi has announced she is not seeking re-election. She wants to spend more time at home making sure her husband doesn't get hammered. Hammer time. Oh. Do you think, what does she take? Do we still, there was the urban myth that the guy that attacked her husband with a hammer was his gay lover, and I have no idea if that's true. I'm not endorsing that opinion, nor am I suggesting it's untrue, but Jesse, if you had to guess, it seemed like they knew him pretty well.
Yeah, and he looked like Thor, so I'm not surprised about that.
How much Higgins Boat Rum does it take to get hammered?
About the same as anything else. You're gonna feel better the next day drinking our stuff versus anything else, though.
All right, I love that. Right before we went to break, we were talking about illegal immigrants, pedophiles, attacking ICE agents in Houston. Not cool, and obviously illegal immigrants shipping drugs into the country, trying to make Pete Hegseth look bad when he's dressed up like James Bond, probably not going to work for them. But as all that's taken place, I can't help but notice the people on the left have really ignored this. Illegal immigration is so bad.
How bad is it?
Thank you, Jesse. Illegal immigration is so bad. Coldwater, Kansas just accidentally elected an illegal immigrant to be their town's mayor.
The mayor of Coldwater accused of election fraud. The charges come hours after he secured a second term in office. Attorney General Chris Kobach charged Mayor Jose Joe Ceballos with 6 felonies, 3 counts each of voting without being qualified and election perjury. Kobach claims Ceballos is lawfully living in the U.S. but is a citizen of Mexico, making him ineligible to vote. The AG alleges the mayor illegally cast ballots in the August 2024 primary and November 2022 and 2023 general elections.
I don't get it. The thing they said never happens keeps happening for some reason. I'm beginning to feel like illegal immigration and voter fraud is a problem, Jesse.
Was he busted for being an illegal trying to vote, or was he running? Was he a candidate?
Both.
Both. You know what's funny is if you get busted trying to vote as an illegal, and he's like, "Hey, you're illegal alien, you can't vote." And he's like, "Well, guess who I'm voting for? It's me." Haha, it gets worse.
Yeah, what exactly are the rules on that? Obviously, illegals can't vote, but can they be mayor? I don't know. Derek, I know you're a lawyer. You sell rum for a living, but what's your take on this?
I don't know. It maybe looks like I keep hearing about all these mayors with felonies and with this kind of stuff. It might be a little bit easier to become mayor than one would think.
Let's go back. Go back to his picture, because Derek, you're right on that too. It would be easy for him to be the mayor, but go back to his picture, Kenny, because not only does he look like he was busted for that, he also looks like Chris Hansen's about to pop out behind him on this picture. Look at this picture. Sir, why are you here with pizza and lemonade and condoms?
It is.
Why are you here to meet a
Have a seat
13-year-old
right there.
girl? Yeah, have a seat. Let's talk about it. Derek, you're exactly right.
It does seem like it's hard to get his picture back on screen because I just closed it seconds before you told me to. But
Sorry about that.
Well,
But he does look like that guy, though. He's like, hey, not only am I an illegal trying to vote, I'm also the guy I'm voting for who's also illegal. Also, the person I'm trying to meet is illegal because she's 12.
You got to admit it is.
Like, this guy looks like everything in the story before, all encapsulated in one. Like the illegal immigrant, the pervert, the pedophile, and if all he has to do is like punch an ICE agent in the face.
Yeah, exactly, and get some track marks on his arm, and he could be the fentanyl addict.
That's it.
Out of the shot is a 6-pack of Smirnoff.
Yes, he's in MS-13 because he thought MS-13 was about underage girls who were 13 years old.
Not for nothing here, but isn't it? I mean, Kansas, when you think of like a hotbed of illegal immigration, do you think of Kansas?
No, I just think of him wearing slippers, clicking his heels, talking about there's no place like home.
Yeah, well, for sure. He does look a little bit. No, you're not wrong about that, Jesse. All right, I found something this morning that I just blew my mind, and I couldn't believe it was real. Y'all might not remember this, but a while back, does everybody get who Sabrina Carpenter is? You're familiar with the pop star Sabrina Carpenter?
I'm not.
No, you know?
I mean, I didn't until recently.
She's this girl, Jesse. She sort of cosplays as being slutty. I don't think she actually is.
I'm a fan.
Her shtick is that she's overly sexual, and she hosted.
My shtick is now overly. Never mind. I'll stop. Kidding. I'll stop.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So anyway, Sabrina Carpenter a while back got into some controversy in Brooklyn, New York. She was filming a music video for a song called Feather, and it's not my cup of tea, but I only know about it because I happen to be a Catholic. And so she got into trouble. Or she didn't get into trouble. A church got into trouble because they let her film a music video in this Catholic church in Brooklyn where she dresses up in a slutty outfit. And, it's exactly what you'd expect, right? It's like Britney Spears in the 90s times 10 or whatever, more sexual than that. And so they conduct this investigation, and the Monsignor gets into trouble. His name's Gigantiello, and he admits that he allowed her to do it, right? And so then an investigation's conducted into these people from the local Catholic Church, and they realize there's a connection with Mayor Eric Adams. Mayor Eric Adams ends up getting into some trouble. Supposedly, as a result of this investigation, he gets indicted. The indictment inspires a local Muslim Marxist state lawmaker named Zoran Mamdani to run for mayor. Gen Z gets seduced by his ideas of free stuff, free Palestine, free all these different things, Jesse. And then the next thing you know, there is now a communist in charge of the city of New York who recently was photographed embracing one of the World Trade Center co-conspirators from the 1993 terror attack. Jesse, Peyton, what is your take on this one? Free stuff, free Palestine, what do you think?
I just love that Mamdani ran on all the free stuff. Mamdani's whole campaign reminded me of a 10-year-old boys running for student body president when they were like, no homework, free M&Ms at lunch, extra time at recess, a bunch of things that you have no control over. He just promised to everybody. And good thing for Mamdani that the residents of New York City aren't smarter than a fifth grader.
All right, so Derek, as a small business owner, this guy make you a little nervous here, right? This guy's talking about taxpayer-funded grocery stores that are going to compete against the bodegas in town. Real grocery stores have to compete against the government-operated grocery store. Where does your mind go with this?
I mean, all I know that I have enough taxes as it is here in Texas that, like, if I was in New York trying to do what I'm doing now, I'd probably already be packing the truck.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. Absolutely. Yeah, I would want to get the hell out of there too. They say that there's what they call the Mamdani effect, that the region surrounding New York City now, they have houses selling for $700,000, $800,000 over listing price just because people are trying to get out of the community and out of Manhattan so fast and move out to Nassau County, which apparently has nothing to do with rocket ships, Jesse.
Yeah, actually, I don't have anything on that, Kenny, because I thought the Mamdani effect was what gay men made their adopted child call them. Hi, I'm your Mamdani now. Like, this is so confusing.
It's actually.
Sorry, I'll stop.
No, it's great. No, keep going.
You knew who I was when you invited me here, Kenny. You knew exactly who I was.
We got to do something here. Can you show me what you're holding in front of you right there? What are those?
The Higgins boat, the alcohol, the rum, man. This is like when I got here, I was blown away because I don't drink alcohol, but this is so patriotic. I wanted to chug this whole bottle, and we're going to be signing these, so this is cool.
You're not a liquor drinker. I got a Sharpie right here. What are we doing with these? These are from Wheelchairs for Warriors,
It
Derek?
is, yeah. So we had brought like 5 bottles to y'all's event, and basically the first people who did a $100 donation got a signed bottle, and apparently more than 5 people wanted those.
I don't even want to. Your label is so gorgeous, like it's so patriotic. I don't even want to sign and mess it up.
I know, my signature's not even that great. All right, pass me one of these bottles here. Have you signed any of these?
I'm signing all of these, man.
All right, Jesse. These are really cool. And somebody in the comment section just asked if Total Wines has Higgins Boat Rum. Where do they get it from, Derek?
So, Total Wine at Baybrook has us, and then it's the biggest Total Wine in Texas, apparently. And then the number 2 and number 3 have us, which are in Dallas and Arlington, or in Plano and Arlington. So anyone, if you happen to hear us over there, please go get some. But not in any of the other ones yet. And apparently the managers don't have any say in that. It's a big old computer, one of Elon's robots to sit behind a desk, and I've got to figure out how to bribe him.
I got to tell you, I'm so proud of us for being able to tell dirty jokes and raise money for wheelchairs. We did a lot of good so far this year.
It was awesome, man. And the benefit was so fun. Like, it's crazy that we raise money and we get to have that. I had a blast.
Yeah, I had an awesome time, too.
I lost $5,000 sports betting that day and felt good driving home. That's how great the benefit was.
Derek, do you remember seeing during the comedy show, he was sitting in the corner all night staring at an iPad. Did you see that?
I did.
Yes.
Because he had lost a bunch of money betting.
I lost, yeah. And then but you know what's funny is this is sound. I normally make jokes, but this is very genuine. I did lose some money, and I was frustrated about it when I got there. It was kind of not in the right. But then when we did the benefit, we had a good time, and we raised that so much money for a good cause. It really made it pale in comparison. So it was kind of a double-edged sword, both on the good side. It was really cool, man.
All right, we got to take a quick break. When we get back, apparently angry black lesbians are feuding with trannies in a Gold's Gym in L.A., and it's actually worse. Maybe you've heard about this story. It's actually worse than what we thought. The transgender person did something very creepy that we didn't know about when this news story first broke. Quick break. We'll be right back.
We could certainly slow the aging process if aging had to pass its way through slow-ass Congress. Take another vacation, why don't you? Kenny Webster's Pursuit of Happiness.
All right, so Jesse Peyton is in the building right now, and Jesse Peyton is probably the funniest comedian in the state of Texas. What the hell do you have going on right now?
I don't even think I'm the funniest comedian in this room, Kenny. You're killing it today. But I will.
With my cleft lip jokes.
That's amazing. That was the Joaquin Phoenix was tremendous. Kenny and I will be in Bay St. Louis at the Little Theater, guys. First time there, we did a show called Couples Therapy. Sold 2 shows out. I set a record in Bay St. Louis. You guys love me there. I love you back. We've got 2 shows at the Little Theater. November 21st. It's the weekend before Thanksgiving. Me and Kenny are going to be doing a show called Couples Therapy. Contrary to popular belief, Kenny and I are both handsome, straight, white, cisgendered men, but we are not in a couple together. We're both single, and we do well on the road because me and Kenny like 2 different types of partners. Like, Kenny loves tall, hot, blonde women, and I like men. We're not live, are we?
No,
we need to edit that out.
No, we're definitely live. Jesse likes dating women that are just covered in tattoos. Where does that come from, Jesse?
Harris County Jail.
Is that what
It's called PTS capital D. Sorry. All right. Bay St. Louis, November 21st. Guys, if you guys are having fun now, come to the show live. Bay St. Louis, November 21st. The day before, I'm going to be in Mandeville, Louisiana on the 20th. And then the 22nd, I'm going to be back back in Metairie again, guys. My 3 favorite cities to do in that part of the country. So Mandeville, Bay St. Louis, Metairie. You get all tickets at jesseisfunny.com, JESSE isfunny.com. Come see me. I'm taking my boy Kitty with me. So y'all come out, have some fun. And even if you don't think we're funny, you can't deny we're handsome. It's an objective truth.
Yeah, at the very least. And then Billy D. Washington at the Woodlands on the 23rd. That's kind of a big deal, isn't it?
Yeah, man. We're doing Two Tones Piano Bar in the Woodlands. Guys, it's a beautiful venue. Billy D. Washington, nationally touring headliner, is going to be with me. I'm opening for him, guys. I'm not an opener, but I am opening for Billy D. Washington. He's tremendous.
I had heard from your friends in jail that you were an opener.
Yeah, I went in a football player. I was a tight end when I went in and a wide receiver when I got out.
10-4. And then real quick, December, the beginning of December, you're in Conroe. It's a Kill Tony style it's a parody of Kill Tony called Kill Jesse.
This is better than Kill Tony. Tony Hinchcliffe is tremendous. Shout out to Tony for the Kill Tony being the #1 podcast in the world. But my show is called Kill Jesse because I'm not very creative with naming stuff and I'm bordering on naming rights issues with copyright. But the Kill Jesse comedy show in Conroe on December 6th is my first Saturday show in Conroe, where it's going to be a show with me and 10 nationally touring headlining comedians, y'all. This is basically going to be like a mini festival of comedy at in Conroe, Texas on December 6th. Saturday, where we're going to be doing a full show with a panel. They're all going to be doing a short set, and then it's going to make it a contest, and they're competing for money. And I'm doing a big thing, guys. It's going to be a huge event, very limited tickets, very limited seating. Get them at jesseisfunny.com.
I love that. All right, we're going back on the air. Stand by, everybody. All right, kids, we're back from break. Right, it's just that easy. That's how quickly. Hi, we're back. Ta-da. The FAA is reducing flights at 40 airports due to the government shutdown. This is great news for people who want to avoid spending Thanksgiving with their liberal relatives. I got to assume that's probably the best way to do that. Sorry, I couldn't catch a flight. Government shutdown, Jesse.
Yeah, it's like 4 Christmases. Hey, we couldn't make it, and then they see you in Fiji. Yeah, sorry, we're out of here.
If you just turn on your radio, Derek Bingham is here from the Higgins Boat Rum Company. Comedian Jesse Peyton is in the building right now as well. And obviously I am here, and it's Friday, and we decided to get together and have a patriotic day to celebrate the Higgins Boat Rum Company. Veterans Day coming up after the weekend, and of course the 250th anniversary of the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps birthday, 250 years old. So congratulations, Semper Fi, to all the devil dogs out there. We love you guys. All right, I wanted to talk about this, but I don't want to spend too long on it. Do y'all remember the news story about the trans person accused of exposing himself in a women's locker room? Was actually, you guys know this story. There's a rapper, and her name's Tish Hyman. And sorry, I have the wrong thing on the screen. There we go. Here's Tish Hyman. Tish Hyman's at a Gold's Gym. She's a black lesbian. I'm assuming lesbian. I don't know. I guess I just assumed that. And she saw a dude in the women's locker room. Now, this is California. So obviously you don't get to be mad about things like that. You have to just tolerate it. She didn't know. She brought it up to the other people at the gym. They kicked her out of the gym, and they let the transgender person stay. Well, it turns out the transgender person's name is Alexis Black. Alexis Black got his tranny name from his wife. Alexis Black ran afoul of this woman in the gym in Beverly Hills and became famous. But even more bizarre, Black was formerly named Grant Freeman, pleaded guilty in 2022 to savagely beating his wife, Alexis Freeman, caused a compound fractured jaw, among other serious injuries, moves to the West Coast, changes his name to the name of his ex-wife, decides to call himself Alexis. I don't even know where to start on this one. Derek, how much Higgins Boat Rum would it take to get this terrible vision out of your mind, having looked at this and heard this story?
I don't know. It's pretty bizarre.
I don't expect you to weigh in on that. That's okay. Jesse Payton?
Okay, there's a lot to unpack. One, if you change your name to the things you beat, then my name is going to be Meat Peyton. Number 2, if you Google Tish Hyman black lesbian, you're going to go down a deep rabbit hole that I promise you don't want to see. Number 3, this guy looks like John Bon Jovi dressed in drag. It's like, you shot through the heart and you're to blame. This
you
so
get
much.
nuts. you give dudes a bad name.
It's so funny. And then when I pulled up the article and it said like trans man in women's locker room, and I saw Tish Hyman, I'm not gonna lie, I mistook the protagonist for the antagonist. misogynist.
No, you're not the first person to think that. One of my morning show co-hosts, Billy Ed Hatfield, looked at Tish, and he was like, "So that's the transgender?" I was like, "No, that's the black lesbian
That's
who's
the
mad."
victim. I was like, oh my God, I thought that was Dennis Rodman.
I had always assumed, outside the community, you assume the L's and the G's and the B's and the T's and the Q's and the two spirits and the exclamation marks and the infinity signs, they all get along with each other. But as it turns out, they actually don't like each other that much.
Yeah, they're catty.
You can say bitches.
I was going to say bitches. Thank you, Kenny. I really stopped. Yeah, they're all catty bitches. Yeah, I don't.
But beating your meat, that didn't.
No, that's it. That was really good, though. I think that flew over some heads.
I thought it was good. No, you would think that lesbians would be okay with trans women, which just means men. It means opposite days. But I guess they actually don't like them that much. That's what I took from this.
I love that it's not a mental illness, but you changed your name to the thing that you savagely beat. Hey, this has got to stop. I mean, we joke, but this has got to be petrifying. And for that, I don't know, maybe it's mind-numbing to think that this thing can walk in a women's locker room and assume that it's okay. I wish Tish would have beat up Bon Jovi in this equation. That would have been cool.
But like in a legal way, in like a celebrity boxing.
That would have been the second Alexis to get her ass whooped.
The fair credit where credit is due. All right, I'm not going to make Derek comment on that because he's here to promote his brand. Derek, I would love your take on this though, because you're a hunter, you're a gun guy, right? Are you not?
I am, yeah.
We've come up with another reason to hate Alec Baldwin. Besides killing someone with a gun, apparently he doesn't want Christmas nativity displays to feature live animals. He's very mad. Publicity hound Alec Baldwin, as they put it in the New York Post, has injected himself back into animal activist battle against Radio City Music Hall's iconic Rockettes Christmas, where apparently they use real animals in the show. If you were PETA, would you want, you run a brand, right? Pretend you're in charge of PETA instead of being in charge of Higgins Boat Rum Company. Does Alec Baldwin strike you as a guy right now that you would want to go out and speak on behalf of your organization?
I don't know. PETA kind of wants some people dead, so.
Well, that is actually a valid point. He's not wrong about that.
It's hard for me to do this mental exercise because I eat more meat than the average dude.
How much meat do you eat?
Oh, man, like before steak got insanely priced, I was doing about 2 pounds of like New York strips or ribeyes a day. And
I just beat it.
you do need to tenderize the tougher cuts.
Thank you. Do you guys want to see something funny, actually? I might be the only guy that has this problem. I'm not allowed. Hang on, let me see if I can type it in here.
I feel like you've started a lot of stories with that opening right there. I might be the only guy that has this problem, but Doc, look at this.
It's not really a problem, but this is the PETA Twitter account. You guys see this? Not only have they blocked me, I have been blocked. I haven't been allowed to look at PETA's Twitter account for years. I mean, maybe a decade since I was allowed to interact with them on Twitter.
So you're not a PETA gazer?
No, I'm not a pedophile, not a PETA lover. No,
that's funny.
As you were just out in Waco, if I'm not mistaken, on a hunting trip out there.
It wasn't a hunting trip. It was a group of vets and what we affectionately refer to as gun bros, meeting out at somebody's farmland at a range and just like everybody shooting guns and hanging out and barbecuing, and then we busted out the Higgins boat whenever the guns got put up.
How many vets were on this and non-vets?
Oh man, it was probably, if I had to guess, 65, 70% vets.
That's awesome. Name real quick all the military branches they were in. Go ahead.
All of the branches that were represented there.
Yeah,
the Army, the Navy, the Air Force. We did not have any Space Force. And Space Force is one of those things that the guys haven't had enough time to come up with their insults for, I think. Because every branch has their insults perfectly lined up for all the other ones. And it's hilarious when they all drink around a campfire together. Yeah. And so, but yeah, we had a little bit from everything out there.
Why are you so gay for space?
And now the Walton and Johnson Show presents Gay for Space.
I am homoerotic for space. I am Liberace for space. It's the least libertarian thing about me.
Kitty does have a fat astronaut.
I want to go to space. If I would give up sex for the rest of my life to walk on the moon. I would do it. I don't care. Just to have that experience, to do it one time, to be up there in outer space, smoke a spliff, and look down at planet Earth. That seems awesome to me, Jesse.
Kenny, I thought Burning Man was going to be the worst thing you'd ever do, and here you are. You want to go smoke a spliff on the moon? Kenny, you're retarded.
A man could dream, Derek Bingham of Higgins Boat Rum
Elon
Company.
could figure out how to do that pretty quick. I'm sure he's thought about it. He has a folder on his computer that is designs like for how to the space helmet bong.
I'm a simple man. I'm a simple kind of man. I just want to go to space and smoke legal weed, CBD.
Is it legal on the moon?
Hey,
Nothing's illegal on the moon.
Yes.
Don't say that. A pedophile might hear you.
Yo, watch out. We got to go to Epstein's planet.
All right, we only have a little bit of time left. Let's squeeze one more in before we go. And
okay, that's what she said.
What did we do already? Alec Baldwin, we did. I don't think we have time to do.
Blue Dogs.
What is Blue Dogs? I do love this. This is such a cool news story. All right, so y'all get what Chernobyl is, right?
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, people are terrified of nuclear power, and I don't exactly know why. You can count all the nuclear disasters on one hand, right? There's 3 Mile Island, Chernobyl, Fukushima. There's not that many. But Chernobyl, many people consider to be the spookiest and the weirdest of all of them. And so that brings us to this news story today. These guys have been doing research out in Chernobyl where they have dogs. And what they do is they're the dogs of Chernobyl, they call them. And they've discovered dogs with blue fur. It's their job to go out and find. Apparently, a lot of dogs live around the Chernobyl disaster area, and they have to euthanize them or at least, castrate them or whatever, make sure they don't, fix them or whatever, so that they don't procreate because they don't know what kind of mutant dogs they could be. And they've discovered, weirdly enough, after decades since Chernobyl, these dogs literally have blue fur. No, go ahead, Jesse. Go ahead.
You know they're annoying dogs, right? They're like, I know I have blue hair, but black labs matter. Look, with systemic oppression in the canine community has got to stop.
But just
yellow lab privilege is real. Yellow lab privilege is real.
But Jesse, how could you think this adorable dog right here would be a lip? Look how cute they are. I want a blue dog. Derek, you've got a dog, right?
I do.
And how many nuclear disasters has your dog been infected by?
None yet. He has. So one of I carry our rum in these watertight Pelican type cases, and one time in the heat in the car made the cork pop out. It filled with rum. And so I take all the foam, squeeze it out in the bathtub, and sit it out on the out patio to kind of dry out. I come out, and my dog has just chewed the foam to bits.
Really?
And so yeah, he was a little
loopy.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah.
My favorite one is this dog right here. He looks like Blue Old Yeller. By the way, I know. I don't know if you guys have seen Old Yeller. It's a sad ending.
Yeah, but it's not going to end good for you guys.
Not going to end
Kids
good.
movie.
Yeah, there's no way it ends well for these dogs either. Jesse,
their baby is green because yellow and blue. Never mind.
I get
that was really good right there. Ziploc taught me that.
Well,
But how long before Paris Hilton is carrying around one of these in a purse?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
If she knew it was an option, right? She'd probably want one. Jesse, do you understand this? ESPN Bet app has decided they've shuttered it. They say, they claim this reportedly has something to do with the NBA betting scandal. So ESPN is no longer partnering with ESPN Bet, their own betting app. Instead, they're partnering with DraftKings. You're a degenerate. Explain this to us.
I like to gamble, but I don't know what's going on with the allegations. I think that they're saying that some of the players were compromised and betting on the games or leaking tips to big bettors to move the lines on the game. So I think they're doing this. I don't know. This seems like I don't know how much this is impactful. I think it's kind of a cover-up. I'm not sure.
Is it possible ESPN Bet just sucks, and what with all the controversy about betting apps right now, they thought it was a good time to switch?
Or it's the virtue signaling dog whistle for, hey, look, we care about integrity, and, there's a few bad apples in this, but, we're going to fix it by doing this. Shut up.
All right, where do you do your sports betting at?
Locally, I got a guy. I do my sports betting like contractors do home remodels. Like, I got a guy. I got a guy.
Is it better to not use the app? Why not use the app?
I don't know. I guess you can, but I've been, I get kind of a kickback from a guy.
Derek,
I got a guy.
Sports betting?
I don't have any money available to sports bet.
Oh, because you've launched an Upstart. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, exactly. I guess your gamble is kind of the Higgins Boat
I
Rum.
gamble on me, yes.
So if anybody wants to support my guy Derek, get a bottle of this. Look how cool it looks. Obviously, this one's got our scribbles all over it, but that's for charity there. But this is going to look great on a liquor shelf as a Christmas present. I think if you have a family member that's, they say what did Shane Gillis say, that being interested in World War II history is an early sign of Republican.
Early onset Republican.
That is actually all right. For the first time ever in over 40 years, there are no rap songs on the Billboard Top 40. Apparently, they changed the rules around to get SZA and Kendrick Lamar off the list, or I don't know, that's what some are claiming. Kendrick Lamar and SZA had a summer hit called Luther. I don't expect any of our older listeners to know what that is, but it's a couple of rappers. And the collaborative track was removed from the rundown after 46 weeks, during which the song spent 13 weeks at number 1. Fine, whatever. The single didn't maintain a placement at number 25, made it above the top 40. There is now not one hip-hop or rap song in the Hot 100's top 40 as of the latest publishing October 29th. The songs, the bands mostly that show up on the list, the artists are Taylor Swift, Morgan Wallen, Taylor Swift, Olivia Dean, Taylor Swift, Kalani, Taylor Swift, Morgan Wallen, Taylor Swift, and Alex Warren. And so that's it. Rap's just not cool anymore, Jesse? Is that what happened?
I don't know. I mean, well, after, P. Diddy's in jail now, so all the freak-offs are done. So I guess their collaborative effects are over now. So.
Of all the weird things that we learned in 2025, I would not have guessed that pretty much every rapper is gay. I wouldn't have, all of them? I always thought they were super macho. Derek, who's your favorite rapper and why is he gay?
It's funny. Have y'all seen those videos of Tupac apparently before his career took off?
Yes.
Very gay.
That was
Very
interesting.
gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're not wrong about that. Let me see if I can find one real quick. Back before Tupac Shakur was a really famous rapper, apparently he look at this. There's multiple gay Tupac accounts. Here it is. That wasn't that hard to find it.
My name is Tupac Shakur, and I attend Tamalpais High School, and I'm 17 years old.
Do you like being 17?
It's like 17 is such a weird age. It's such a in the middle age. You're not 18 yet, and you're older than 16. So. But I like it. It's nice. It's like
Is that a right earring in 1993?
It meant something back then.
It meant you were thilly.
It doesn't.
I love Tupac has a very famous song called "Dear Mama." I didn't realize that was a manifesto to the woman inside you trying to come out. Tupac.
Is it? Can we? For those that are listening on the radio who can't see what we're looking at, Derek, can you describe? I mean, I know you don't know, but why do people think he looks gay? Why?
Well, I swear he has lip gloss on.
The earring doesn't help.
The earring doesn't help. The tight fitted like women's cut tank top probably isn't helping.
It's not manly, no.
And his mannerisms are.
Well, you look like Whoopi Goldberg's daughter.
And then does he have highlights in his hair? I usually don't see a black guy with blonde hair.
Yeah, it's a little hydrogen peroxide got him there.
Is that how you do that?
I think that is.
Or lemon juice or something?
But he does not look gangsta.
No,
he doesn't. He looks like Will Smith is his dad.
Looks like Will Smith he's interning for Will Smith right now. Well, there's another one. Would you have guessed that Will Smith was kind of Mo?
I haven't really been keeping up. My only knowledge of Will Smith in recent times was just the whole Chris Rock slapping thing.
Yeah,
well,
that was wild.
Well, if you slap another man, I mean that's kind of Although Jesse,
I have a very unique take on that whole thing.
Please,
I get both sides. I'm a comedian. I get Chris Rock. I get the free speech. You should say what you want. You should be exempt and exonerated from any controversy for anything you say. I think you should be able to say anything under the umbrella of comedy, so you should never be attacked for it. Also, I get looking over and seeing a dude offend your girl as an alpha macho man protecting your woman. I get violence. I'm not condoning it, but I get it. If I look over and I see another man put that face on my girl, I might slap the dude too. So most people are very much on Chris Rock's side. I get both sides, because if somebody disrespects my girl like that and I have to look at her face and see that, I'm probably punching the guy too.
Wow, I did watch you one time take on like 5 redneck dudes. Where were we? Hattiesburg? Yeah. We had just done a comedy show in Hattiesburg. There was a merch table set up. The comedy show ends and the nightclub turns into a dance club for some reason.
It was a Southern Miss or Old Miss town, right?
Yeah.
Hattiesburg is the college town, right?
So right as everybody leaves and then the college kids come in, everybody surrounds your merch girl.
Yeah. So I had a girl working for me. Everybody surround, like 5 college kids surround her, and they're just grabbing their crotches and licking their lips and smirking at her. And when I came out, I saw a look that was on her face, and I tried to knock all 5 of them out. And security came. And,
can I tell the end of the story? There's a black female cop there. And the black female cop comes up to Jesse and she's like, listen, you're not supposed to act like this. I don't want to have to take you to county. Jesse looks at her without even blinking. He says, lady, I did 8 years in the state penitentiary. Do you think I'm going to lose any sleep over spending a night in county? I'll kick those guys' asses if they come back. And this black cop looks at Jesse. She's like, I don't want to deal with this. She walks away. He called her bluff. He's like, you don't want to arrest me. And even if you did, I don't really care. Jesse, I never seen anything like it before.
I'm very protective. What I hate, Kenny, I hate bully mentalities. I hate that. I hate people who try to, make women feel uncomfortable. I hate that. And, you saw the look on her face. It was, crazy. And you don't make people feel like that. So, yeah, I was willing to, those 5 dudes might have whooped my butt, but they would have felt it, or, we would have seen what happened. But,
all right.
Yeah, it was crazy.
We're going to have to end our show today with violence against teenagers from comedian Jesse Peyton. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. Jesse, real quick, plug one thing. Go.
Two Tones Piano Bar in the Woodlands. Me and Billy D. Washington. Billy D. has one of the most storied, accomplished comedians in all of Texas, right here in Houston. He will be home from his tour. November 23rd at Two Tones Piano Bar. It's going to be tremendous. He's also a piano player, so come see both of us. That's going to be a tremendous show. Tickets are available at jesseisfunny.com. Woodlands, Texas, Two Tones Piano Bar, November 23rd.
So he's going to play with his piano. You're going to play with your organ, right?
I'm going to play with my meat.
No, that's fantastic. And then Derek Bingham, Higgins Boat Rum, plug one thing. Go.
Yeah, go to our social media. We're Higgins Boat Rum on Twitter and Facebook. That's where we're going to be able to tell you like what we're about to do, what we're up to, things like that.
I'm Kenny Webster. Thank you so much for watching this, everybody, and listening, obviously, because we are on the radio. That's the main medium here. I'm supposed to promote that. Subscribe to our podcast. Purchase merch at ilovewj.com. I love you all. Have an awesome weekend. We'll be back bright and early Monday morning for more of what you bought a radio for.
You are listening to the Pursuit of Happiness Radio. Tell the government to kiss your ass when you listen to this show.